what do I say? G'day, just been swimming with the sharks. A little bit pissed off because a cruise ship just sailed all across there. Went to go get my drone out, and for some reason magnetic interference, even though there's nothing around us that could possibly interfere. Anyway, so guys, this is a video about my last 3 days in Australia. I've been here since 10th of October. October, November, December, January, February, March, April.
You're stupid.
So 7.5 months. To be honest, back home, the reason why I wanted to do a gap year was because I was bored with my life. I wasn't enjoying school towards the end of it. I really needed just like a change of lifestyle, and coming out here it really has actually revived me a little bit. I feel like a new person. I feel like I'm ready to go back home. I feel like I'm ready to get on with the rest of my life. I just needed this break in my life to separate from, you know, really hard work for exams and another set of 5 years of really hard work for my apprenticeship scheme. The main emotion that I'm feeling at the moment is that I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed because I feel revived. I needed a break, and this has really sort of done it for me. I'm so grateful for the opportunity I've been given to come out to Australia, to see this part of the world. And I've always wanted to travel, particularly to the Southern Hemisphere, because it was such an unknown thing for me. Like, I only saw the rugby games, the Northern Hemisphere versus the Southern Hemisphere, always big rivalry. And I just wanted to, you know, really explore, and I've been able to do that. I'm also feeling overwhelmed because I've done the most amazing things ever. So to start with, I surfed a sunset in Byron Bay, and it was the most amazing scenery I've ever seen in my life. I'll roll some photos for you guys to check that out. One of the most special moments of my life, because surfing is my favourite thing to do in the world. Second thing, looking above the whole of the Gold Coast city in the tower, that was incredibly special with my best mate Louis. Jumping into the fairy pools in Noosa with 5 other people that we met on Fraser Island, and, you know, best mates for the rest of our lives now. Fraser Island was unbelievable. We had the best tour guide, a 49-year-old guy called Gaza. Such an Aussie name, hey. Gaza was his name, but he was a bag full of fun, and I thank him so much for making Fraser Island so special for us. Whit Sundays, one of the best things that I've done in Australia. That was so amazing. We were on this boat called Condor, which is the only boat to ever win every single sailing race twice. And then Magnetic Island in Townsville with 2 girls from Canada that we met in Agnes Waters, the hostel in Agnes Waters. We were all a bit, you know, downgraded by the fact it was so, but you know what, we made the most out of it, and they're already asking us to come visit them in Vancouver Island, so that's a very special place to go visit at some point in the future. But without a doubt, the best thing that I've ever done is skydiving, jumping from 15,000 foot out of a plane on my birthday with one of my best mates. I just couldn't have asked for anything better. And then to top off the morning, pancakes and a nice latte. Move on to the Great Barrier Reef. I swam with a white tip reef shark, and in the West Coast This is something that I've always wanted to do for the whole of my life, is surf on the west coast in a place called Margaret River. I know so much about it because of all the surfing that goes on there, all the World Surf Leagues, all the tours. I haven't told my parents this because I think they'll have a bit of influence on me surfing again in the future in Australia, but I had a wobbly gong, which is a type of shark, only with teeth up on the top. Swim up to me, got about that far away from my board. Yeah, it's fair enough to say that I shat myself and got out of the water as soon as possible. So, and then surfing in Bondi, like me and my mate Jesper, we sat in the water, we had 2 dolphins swim around us, and then like leaping out of the water, chasing this tuna all the way to shore. Caught the tuna and then swam all the way back. So we were watching these 2 dolphins chase, hunt, find their food, and that I think was one of the most special moments of my life. So that's why I'm feeling overwhelmed. It's a shame, but I'm moving away from all of my mates that I've made here at Noah's. I've been here for 3 months in Sydney and Bondi, but it's just like another chapter in our story. Just know I'm going to be really good friends with a lot of people that I made here at Noah's for the rest of my life, and I just can't wait to take it to the next chapter, whether it be in Europe or Canada with Jordan and Noah. Next chapter is going to be exciting, so I'm feeling excited as well. Also out here, kind of a very common passion to pick up whilst you're travelling, but I've picked up filming, photography and video creation out here, and I love it. So for example, the other day, I've been a bit ill for the past couple of days, but the other day we went out to a place called Beach Road, and that's every single Wednesday for the past 3 months I've been going out with all my mates to Beach Road. And I actually, so the queue was so long because it was a public holiday. She wanted to go back because I was also feeling a little bit ill, but also just because I wanted to make a YouTube video. And I always have that burning desire to create a new YouTube video. I'm really grateful to have experienced that. One of my favourite things to do in the world is fly my drone, which is sitting over there, because I can just get shots and views that no one else can get unless they also have a drone. Drone flying has also become a passion. It's all within the same bracket, and I just love it, and I know that it's going to be a future job for me, whether it be after my apprenticeship scheme that starts in September in London, Canary Wharf, or whether it's halfway through it. You know, I don't know whether I'm gonna like it or whether I'm gonna hate it, but if I hate it, then yeah, for sure I'll make that transition over to filming and photography for good. I think the things that I can create on all these softwares is just unreal, and I'm teaching it all to myself. I'm just having a blast, like just trying out new things, just exploring new things, and I'm loving it. Also, working out here in Sydney, I had a taste of what my apprenticeship scheme will be like. My apprenticeship scheme in London will be a lot heavier and a lot harder work, because the work here, I mean, it was very good, and thank you Damon for employing me for that, because I really enjoyed it. For those of you that don't know, I was doing ID checks, so I was being paid to buy free alcohol. I was doing audit checks, so I was going into stores, making sure they're doing their job correctly. So auditing, that's 1/3 of what my apprenticeship scheme is going to be back home in London when I start in September. But I think the main point really had time to think about the past week is the fact that I am ready to move on. I've been in Australia, like I said, for 7.5 to 8 months, but I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to travel New Zealand, travel Bali, see Hong Kong a bit with my best mates. I'm ready to move on and just experience new cultures. That's what's cooking. Right, I'm going for a swim.